go. Alright then. So, match AG losers bracket. Producer versus Stealth. And Producer's team lost one of their players, Dash219, kind of disappeared. So they've got Kentucky Fried Panda to replace him. So Producer's team is consisting of Kentucky Fried Panda and Det. Det at the moment running with quite a high ping. 134, the lady on Stealth's team seems to be at a ridiculously high ping as well.
I wonder what it is.
So yeah, Producer, regular player, NeoTokyo, pretty much recognisable, as with Stealth as well. These two captains, plenty of experience playing.
Kentucky's not fairly new, I wouldn't say. I mean, I've seen him
I don't
around
think
quite a bit.
he's new, but
He's
playing
new, but
American
he's
time, so
yeah.
we don't often see him. But he's a fairly capable player.
I recall Det from the old days of NT, but he's only recently come back, I think, unless he was under a new name.
Yeah, Det seems to primarily play Recon, and yeah, seems to know what he's doing.
He used to be a pretty good recon back in the day, and doesn't appear to have changed any in the past few days that he's been back.
Yep.
Or, I say days, but weeks, rather.
Captain of the other team, Stealth, one of the top 10 players in the community, pretty much. Plenty of experience. Not too sure about his team leading skills. He's normally one to stay quite reserved when playing and not really talk very much. His teammates both pretty regular as well. Hatsuna less so maybe, but quite a really good player. Lady.
He's Hatsuna's a pretty competent assault, so we'll see how that works out against.
Played Recon on my match. Stealth team being the team that I lost to in the winners bracket on Piss Alley. I think the map's taking place on Engage. Which I have mixed feelings of Engage. Often on small matches, it gets very quiet and not much happens.
If you recall my match with, which ended up being a 2v3 with me and Leish holding off 3 players in the losers bracket before we pulled out entirely. It basically comes down to who can control the alleyways, because the middle is no man's. So even if you have all 3 people going through it, because one frag and you're down a teammate, and there's not much cover in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, there was one turning point on your match when you got a team ace when you got the SRS. Like, that just makes the middle unplayable at that point. And this might play the same. It might be a race to Lieutenant to get the SRS.
Yeah.
But the Recon also gets the CR long, which can be used to hold down the mid from the pillars on either side of the map.
And if I recall, Det used to be pretty good with the CR long back when they implemented it the first time. Yeah. So we'll see how that works out. Stealth, I'm not sure what he'll be playing today. I mean, he was
probably an assault.
Maybe. I mean, he seems to favor Recon over most classes, but he's a pretty competent assault when he plays it.
Yeah, I think Stealth's an all-round player. Right, so this is the knife round right now. We've got all Recon set up on Stealth's team, and on Producer's team they've gone 1 Recon with Det as per usual and 2 assaults. So the NSF team currently have the health advantage. The mobility advantage is on the Jinrise team. And I wonder if we're seeing a team kill in this knife round again, maybe?
It's happened about every round, or every match.
There's been 1 or 2 matches where it hasn't happened. So Det and Hatsuna are facing off. Det's already taken damage, and there's a bit of a brawl going on further down.
Kentucky Fried Chicken down to 75. Panda, rather.
Hatsuna's winning against Det right now. Det's almost down on 10 HP, and then...
Oh, Hatsuna taking the first kill. Det's down.
Yeah, it's got through that fight without a scratch.
Right now...
So Hatsuna's moved on to Producer. And takes down Producer. That was a backstab with Producer still at 75 HP. That's 2 kills now for Hatsuna.
Ooh, Hatsuna
All
taking a
three
bit of
of
friendly
them
fire.
on KFC. There's the team
Lady,
kill.
the first team kill.
It tends to happen when all three, or just more than one guy is focused on another.
It's down to
Kentucky Fried Panda on 1 HP takes down Stealth with a backstab, I think. In
either
mid-air.
one slash is gonna kill the other.
Yep. Kentucky Fried Panda
It's up
did
to
a good
Lady.
job there. Lady seems
I'm not
to be
sure how well
suffering
Lady's
from
gonna
high
do.
ping, though.
Mm.
Quite a lot of jittering. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a clutch by Kentucky Fried Panda.
Lady walked into that one.
Okay, so Producer's taking Jinrai. I need to...
Move on.
Okay, cool. Oh, for goodness sake.
Alright, the glitch.
Yeah. I think Engage needs some smoothing out as a map.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what the problem is with Engage. I don't know if it's just the amount of props it has, the lighting effects, because it does have quite a few lighting effects compared to a lot of maps. But I'm not sure why that would affect the textures.
Alright, so... There we go, the overlay's up. Producer's team taking Jinrai. Now put Stealth's team on NSF. Hatsuna maybe taking support would be helpful to cover the teams crossing across the mid.
Alright, what do we got?
I'm not sure if it'll be live yet.
Is it live or? Alright, here we go, restarting.
Alright, cool.
Okay, now we're live, first round.
So, first round. Producer's team.
Oh, wait.
Producer's gone. Oh, what's going on here?
I can't see. What? Oh dear.
It's because he hasn't spawned.
You've got Evan chat. Can you tell him to, does that work?
Alright, so it seems to be a little bit of trouble.
Okay, everything's alright now. Okay. So, Jinrai, we've got 2 assaults and 1 recon. And it appears to be Det taking the recon, which I expected. And all supports on NSF team.
Yeah, we're just having one more at
But,
the start.
yeah,
So yeah,
true.
they'll keep the same classes. Det choosing to use Sajite as the recon starter, quite an unusual choice, with the SRM being the most popular. Hatsuna gone recon with the SRM, so there might be a conflict between them two.
I've actually never seen him take recon.
Stealth unusually choosing the ZR carbine despite being aware of the weapon's disadvantages, but takes down Det swiftly, a fight going on in mid straight away, surprisingly. Leaving it 3 for 2 right now. Kentucky Fried Panda and Producer still alive. Producer watching the middle.
Hudson is nearing the enemy side. Producer might be able to catch him out if he's careful.
Hatsuna's got a prime spot, watching closely to Kentucky Fried Panda's position. Producer could also peek around that bus and catch him out. But no, he's passed into North Alley, heading towards the Ghost. Been no moves on the Ghost by either team. Producer might be the first to change that. Hatsuna already at the enemy team spawn.
Bad frag by
Lady staying back.
Producer.
best to guard the ghost at this point for Lady. Still having a obscenely high ping of around 400. It's
Not
dropping
quite sure.
slowly now.
Where is Lady from? Yeah, I know
UK.
he's not American.
UK,
Yeah, it's weird.
so...
Might just be bandwidth issue.
So Producer's now moving down. Might get into conflict with Lady. Yeah, Lady goes down. Producer taking a heavy bit of damage there. He looked kind of to the right as he passed through the fence. Might have been a bit of a mistake.
Panda's still watching the door to south end.
So that leaves 2 for 2. Hatsuna takes down Producer with the SRM. Giving
I'm
Hatsuna
not.
a ZR silence, which is infinitely useful for the recon.
Yes. I'm not sure if Panda's had time to practice with his team at all, seeing as he's a stand-in. So his
No, I don't. I think
them not
Producer
moving.
said that he hasn't.
Well, that might explain why they're not moving together, or that, or he's just not in comms with them.
So Stealth will be using comms now to pick up on Kentucky Fried Panda. Kentucky Fried Panda moving straight back to spawn. He's probably going to jump on the white truck. Or just stay on there. A pretty strong position, but Hatsuna does have a ZR silence, so won't be troubled by the range between the pillars and the white van.
Frag just fell a bit too short. If it had gone a bit farther, he would have scored another kill for his team.
Hatsuna's taking pretty heavy damage now and goes down. It's Kentucky Fried Panda.
Panda only taking about 16 damage, so he's got the advantage right now unless Stealth can find a gun.
So he's down on Stealth now. Is he going to force this into a tie, or is he going to try and push in, make that risk? He's pushing in, he goes down to Kentucky Fried Panda.
First round to Jinrai. I honestly wasn't expecting Stealth to cloak there. It gave away his position.
So I think they're pausing.
For Lady to score everything.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Alright.
His ass got to be unplayable.
Yeah, I've tried about 500 ping on Reigns before.
There's quite a lot of leniency in NeoTokyo for ping. Anything up to nearly 200 is playable. Which is pretty good.
I guess that wasn't to settle the ping then.
I'm not sure there's much he can do about it at this point.
Nope.
So yeah, first round to Jinrai. Producer will be happy with that. All three of them assault now, with Kentucky Fried Panda choosing to take the M41 silenced. Maybe he's in the range of it at the pillars, but once again an unusual choice of weapon, not one of the weapons. The unsilenced counterpart for it, much more efficient.
I use the silenced on engage quite often as assault. It's a fairly effective weapon if you have teammates to cover your flanks, otherwise you're cut out pretty easily.
So Det's already taken damage at the subway. And who rushed? No, no one's rushed down to the subway. He must have been taken on at range.
I think it was I can't recall who fired at him. I think it was Stealth who took a few pot shots at him.
Producer's
Although
position
with
broadcasted by the smashing of the glass there. You can hear that from quite far away.
A good frag.
This Det and Kentucky Fried Panda now pinned at the back of the map. The Stealth team moving down the middle using the various vehicles as cover. Hatsuna taking heavy damage from Kentucky Fried Panda's M41. He throws a grenade to chase him out, but it doesn't hit.
Det will need to pull back and cover his teammate if they hope to get through this right now. It's choosing an awfully strange position to be camping out, because the side of that bus gives a clear line of fire from anyone who's at the porn shop.
So, Stealth team has chosen not to push in too far. Stealth leading the front of it. They might try and just secure positions and not push in towards them. Stealth's taken pretty heavy damage though. Lady kind of at the back of the map. Watching in case of a flank through subway, which I'm surprised the Jinrai team haven't done yet. They pinned and they have a
Producer
way
just
out.
left.
Producers
Producer
just
beer.
timed out, yeah.
Probably be another pause after this round to get him back in, if he doesn't get it in time. Stealth running out of ammo, wasn't able to take on Det there.
Yeah.
And Det taking down Hatsuna. So, second round, Jinrai. So it's 2-1.
At the
Or
time,
0, rather.
as soon as Producer timed out, Det pushed in pretty aggressively and seemed to catch their team off guard completely.
I think they were expecting, or rather they forgot that they had taken down Producer earlier, so they were expecting the team to play defensively. Now that they'd lost a third player.
That's the second round now to Jinrai.
That'll give him a big advantage. Nobody's hit Corporal yet, but even being close enough to Sergeant will help him out. What's going on now? Oh, I see.
Okay, cool.
Team makeup appears to be the same.
Yep. Stealth still using her carbine and NSF all assault with the same weapon loadouts.
Yep. So far, NSF has been having a rough time of it. I think it's just not so much that they're not sticking together, so much as they're not acting together.
Yeah, Hatsuna taking a break through subway. Lady following behind recon. Producer moving up with a grenade pretty fast, but he's thrown it towards the wrong side of the spawn with most of the NSF team at the southwest at this point. The Ghost in the middle of the map. From Producer's position, he's secured the Ghost at this point, and he's looking up at balcony.
South Alley belongs to NSF at this point, and if they're lucky, they might be able to catch out Jinrai.
Yeah.
But it appears that Det is aware they're coming, either through sound or seeing them.
Producer's watching the balcony, but they won't be passing through there. That could be in a position now to catch out both of them.
It looks like Lady might possibly just say, yep, he's broken the vent, but that doesn't mean, nope, he's going in.
That'll give away the position. It's kind of a trade-off using that vent for revealing yourself, but also having a really good position in the map.
Yep. Well, Stealth's taking down Producer, so right now it's 2-3. Jinrai, Stealth, NSF.
Yeah, Stealth at full health after that engagement still. And Lady now on
Panda
top of the roof.
might get taken out here if he keeps moving.
There's also a trouble with the hitbox on the corner of the building that Lady's at, so when trying to engage, it might not happen.
Ooh.
Okay, so Panda takes some damage, not as much damage as you would have thought, probably because of the trouble with the map. Grenade just short of Panda.
I think the problem there is he was trying to bounce it off the floor when he should have just gone for as far as possible. Although it might have been because he had to deal with the
He's still completely
overhang.
aware of Lady's position, but manages to fire 2 shots before taking down, becoming aware.
It's all up to Det now, who's retreating to their entrance. And it's actually right below Lady.
I mean, he could potentially take out all 3 at this point, both of the entrances to that room.
Fairly easy to
Only
hold down with
just
the right
out of
weapon.
field of view, yeah.
Of course,
with
it comes
20
down to
seconds
who.
left. There's nothing he can do. Producer will be pressing Det now to maybe move out and do at least something.
Oh, that's
Det
moving.
moves
Lady
out
might get him.
and gets taken down by Stealth. That's 2-1 with no losses on the NSF side. Maybe a slow start, but they might be picking up pace by now.
Maybe. They've at least got an even number of corporals now on both teams, which might give them some advantage. Right there was a good example of preying on a team using the same tactic over and over, because Jinrai camped it out about 2 rounds in a row, and NSF took advantage of that by pushing up one of the alleys and catching him out.
Alright, so Stealth's chosen the M41. Instead of heading to the pillars, he's heading right to the very back of the map. Hatsuna pushing through south now, but he's opting to go on the roof. Oh, Hatsuna pointing out, ladies, timed out. That's already a player down. Yeah, the round's already began.
And they're down player. However, Hatsuna here may score a kill if he's lucky.
Yeah, he's got a position up on above. Det not quite sure where he is.
He fired a bit too early there, but even from his position right here, if Det decides to go upstairs, he can get taken out from through the window.
Yeah. I mean, now with NSF already down a player, Hatsuna really needs to do at least something with that speed of the recon.
Dead's chosen a very optimal position inside that building, because most people don't expect someone to be sitting in that tiny room. They expect them to be in the more defendable upper room.
Stealth realizes the player advantage and is now pushing up pretty aggressively where Det isn't. Hatsuna also pushing up
Barely
slowly
getting there.
alongside. Producer
He's taking a risk
behind
here.
both of them right now.
Oh dear.
We've seen Hatsuna on the roof. He's looking up right now to see if he can catch him out.
Stealth is down, so it's all down to Hatsuna, who's already injured. His only chance right now is to kill Det inside the building and hope that he can at least kill one more of them. And Hatsuna's down from Det, pushing out for a good kill. So it's 3-1, Jinrai, NSF.
But quite a few dropouts.
I'm not sure what the problem is today. I mean, Lady's thing was ridiculous, so that might have something to do with it, but at this point I'm wondering if they shouldn't just opt to get another replacement, because I'm not sure how well Lady will be able to keep playing with their ping, and if they keep timing out.
Yeah, I'm unsure about the understanding of the rules on replacing a team about halfway through a match.
Yeah, it probably won't happen. We opted not to do it during my match, so who knows? They might pull through like we did. Of course, Jinrai now has the advantage with possessing a sergeant, which gives them access to the MX if they continue using the assault, which is a game changer.
Maybe not so much on this map, to be honest. This map seems more of the CR silence territory with lots of medium to long range sight lines.
Possibly. It really depends on where they decide to go with it, because if they take an alleyway, that's a little bit more shorter than the main area.
The MX could help with ghost play, which we've not seen too much since Stealth used it a little in an earlier round.
Yep.
But there's not been any focal fighting around the ghost in an effort to secure it. It's hard to cap on this map. Still waiting on Lady, I think. Okay, here we go. So 3-1 now to Jinrai. So, NSF are essentially a player down this match with Lady's ping, which will be frustrating for Stealth.
And Ladies Ping has actually appeared to have gone down quite a bit now. It's at 139, which is about the standard for US players.
Although
But he's in the UK.
he's also joined the wrong team.
Det, however, appears to have taken on some of his ping now that he's at 275. Oh my, wait.
So that's another timeout from Lady. Lady joining again.
Despite the scoreboard saying he's here. I think the pause might have actually paused the tab menu. Well. Whoops.
Yeah, you can't actually join a server while the game's paused.
That'll do it. I want to inform Rain of that if he's not already in the channel.
No, Rain realizes that. That's why he keeps on pausing
Oh,
and pausing it.
There we go then. Either way, it seems that Ladies Ping has settled itself down to a reasonable level.
Okay, good.
But now debt is up to 317, which, and it's climbing. That might be an issue. Oh man.
Maybe before we know it, it'll be 4-3 to NSF. And they'll switch over again.
Possibly. I don't quite recall where Debt's from. I think he might. I don't recall if he has a mic.
I'm not sure either. Be US, who knows?
Possibly.
Okay.
So Hatsuna has decided to go to support in an odd choice. I suppose they decide they need the smoke grenades for cover.
So Det now having access to a G-scope might help him as well. Yeah, Hatsuna can play pretty strong support needed.
Yep. Panda has decided to go for the MXS, and he's taking the South Alley, which is a good choice for that weapon, because it is useless at long ranges.
He's going up to balcony now. Depending on how much the NSF team has moved up, which isn't much, he might be able to catch one off guard. No, they haven't moved up quite enough for him to do much. He's looking down at the pillars now, but none of the NSF team are there.
From his position, he won't have a good... Oh, never mind.
Producer and Hatsuna trading off.
Down. Stell taking down Panda.
That was a
showing
good
that
turn by Stealth. Det now got the advantage on Stealth. Det on full health. Lady.
Pushing in to cover Hatsuna, which is a good move, because... Oh, Dad's moving in to take out
That was a well-placed smoke. Yeah, that was a really well-placed smoke then by Hatsuna, covering himself behind the APC. There we go, 3-2.
Even if Det had fired wildly into the smoke, there's enough cover there that Hatsuna could have pulled back and been fine. So it's 3-2 right now.
Producer countering Hatsuna's support with another support. You need to be able to do that, because the smokes can become pretty dominant if you're not able to counter them. However, Det now choosing the Xiao Long, as you thought, Enron. We'll see what he managed to do. He opted out of going to the pillars, which is the primary sniping spot on the mid. This is a close ghost for Jinrai.
The nice things about support is the early access to the MX, which, while in this map, like you said, it's not very useful at long ranges. The power alone can usually make up for its lack of accuracy if you get enough hits.
Yeah, and that's down to the random element of the kind of fire dispersion of the game. So, pretty silent so far. 1 minute in, no engagements as of yet. Even Det using a scoped weapon still hasn't seemed to have spotted any enemies or fired off any shots. See how long fulfilling the role of a harassment weapon. It won't necessarily kill anyone easily, but it will pressure them, suppress them, or damage them a little.
And that's a fairly good player with that weapon, if I recall.
So Stealth has actually taken those 2 shots that Det fired off down to half HP. Lady down to 9 HP. So all of the NSF team have now damaged. Lady going down to Det's ZR long, shooting Panda in the cover of the shop.
Producer taking down Stealth, and NSF is snowballing right now.
Yeah, Hatsuna stuck now. The back, another kill from Det with the ZR long.
People don't seem to realize is that that weapon, when you're going up against it, you don't want to stand still as soon as you fire, as soon as you hear the first shot, or when you get hit. If you stand still, you're dead, because the rate of fire on it, while it may not be the most accurate thing, 2 headshots will take down most players if they've already been injured.
Yeah, it's 2 headshots to kill an assault, I think.
And it's
2 headshots
3.
also for a recon, but it's 3, maybe 4 shots to the head for a support to kill it.
Yep.
So NSF team there late to spawn.
Yep. Stealth has changed himself to recon. He's going in with the Jeet scoped.
Yeah, Det now has reverted back to assault, maybe playing on the expectation of the NSF team, knowing that they might assume they're going to be suppressed early on from the ZR long, but...
Stealth placing a Det down in South Subway, which is an odd position, but I think I've noticed about his Det placement is usually advantageous. Usually places it where he thinks the enemy's going to go.
Yeah, he's pretty on point with that stuff sometimes. So the Tachikoma truck in the northwest being suppressed. Producer takes down Hatsuna swiftly, then Lady by Det at the shop, leaving Stealth by himself as recon, but they don't know where he is right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, motion
Stealth
vision
taking
there,
damage.
picking him out, taking pretty heavy damage.
Producer down to 99. I'm not sure how that happened.
Probably just fell.
He might have touched the fire.
Yeah, that too.
Stealth breaking event
Trying
in
to
order to draw the enemy.
at the moment, yeah. Yeah, Kentucky Fried Panda actually looking up towards that.
Oof.
On goes down. So that's 5-2 now to Jinrai, snowballing as you said.
Sergeants all across the board for Jinrai, which will probably spell the end.
There's choices, all of them now using a combination of MX silenced and MX.
Det may get the SRS, and he's a fairly competent sniper, as we already saw, so that may spell the end for NSF altogether.
See how long now with Stealth. He's moving up to the blue van right at the back of the map. He fires shots off, hitting Producer once in the head, I think, for a solid 24 HP.
Looks like...
So they've secured the Ghost, the NSF team. Stealth still at the back of the map. Producer now moving back towards the subway. They might be having a conflict at south at some point soon.
NSF has a very odd weapon choice right now, with 2 players going for the M41 variants.
Yeah, all the weapons they're now currently using are semi-automatic.
Which, when you're up against MX, isn't always the best thing. Although they do have range, which is one thing the MX does not have.
So Det and Puddy taking damage from Stealth, but they know his position now.
Yep. However, even knowing his position probably won't do them much good. Laying down deck on the corner in case anyone decides to get cocky and rush him. Kentucky Fried Panda is still in pawn shop waiting for someone to come onto the balcony, I suppose, to try and cross the street. Which isn't a bad position, but it doesn't do much to help his teammates right now who were pinned down by dead.
Okay, so Lady's back on top of the roof.
Or not by dead. Stealth.
But being uncloaked has allowed Producer to spot him out with the thermal vision. But in return, Lady's getting plenty of solid shots on Kentucky Fried Panda from the shop. That was some pretty good shooting there. Taking him down.
Stealth taking down Producer. Producer moving around a bit too much there to try and get shots on Lady. Lady taken down by Dead though.
It's not
Dead down to
often
9
you see how
HP.
long take down a support. Stealth
Okay.
concentrating pretty hard at the back of the map. Det now by himself, 9 HP. Any one of the shots from the NSF team will take him down.
Pings Hatsuna a few times, gets him down to 40.
20 seconds left, he's got no choice but to push up. 9 HP
Position.
might not go well.
Position Stealth has is a bit of a...
You can see
Cheap.
Producer from Det spec right now. Not Producer, Stealth. He's moved out. Yeah.
Ooh. Zero Long proving to be a very effective weapon this match.
Yeah, it's not often we've seen it in the tournament matches, but
Yep.
it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could use it. It is such a cool gun, but
It is a
it's
very
really
cool
difficult.
gun. I think today after the match I may just go around screwing around with it and see what I can do with it.
Mm.
One good thing about that is that they stopped Det from achieving Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Pausing for some reason, which gives me a time to go to the bathroom.
So, with round 9 started, there's been no ties. There's still a chance for an NSF comeback. That round win might have opened up a few more options for them. Stealth has gone back to support. We'll see how the next round plays out, but if it begins to snowball for Stealth's team as well, they might be able to place a comeback. Scores right now, Det 1 point away from Lieutenant. As we were saying at the beginning of the match, he can single-handedly hold down the mid with an SRS. Okay, so Det's triggered speed hack detection somehow. And that isn't good. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure if that is a genuine breach of the rules, but or maybe just some sort of trigger by a bug.
Alright, I'm back.
So
What's going on?
he missed Det, and he's somehow triggered the speed hack detection.
What?
Which is odd. I mean,
Dead.
as far as I can see, there's nothing that he's done to indicate which, unless
No.
he's like switched something on now. He requested
I
a
don't-
pause, and then a few moments later that happened. It could either be that he's genuinely doing that, or he's accidentally triggered it somehow by doing something.
I guess I'll just say, I don't recall Det ever being a player to try that kind of thing, but never know.
Yeah, Rain
Meanwhile-
telling me now that it can be caused by the pause function. The pause function really quite sketchy in source.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I have cut myself and will need a bandage, so we're back.
How did you cut yourself going to the toilet?
I went out of the bathroom and I smashed my hand against the door. Anyways, I'm bleeding.
Oh my god. Yeah, so it's probably a false alarm caused by the sketchy pause function in source games. There's obviously a real difficulty pausing multiplayer games. Okay, so back to normal, round 9 starting. All MX assaults on the Jinrai team, and on the NSF team it's 2 assaults and 1 support. They're moving up quickly towards the Ghost in north. Hatsuna taking point with his Tachi out. Has secured their entrance side into North Alley, but he's taking suppressive fire. Falls back. I mean, it's best... Oh, Stealth's already gone down to Det.
Yep. I just realized it.
Det pushed up pretty quickly.
Did we make sure everyone was recording before the start? Okay. I must have missed that.
So Des pushed up straight through middle, taking out Stealth, who's a support, which is surprising. Would have been in shop, I think. So Hatsuna's had to fall back where his teammate was watching their 6. Now it's down to Lady and Hatsuna. Lady's ping now gone back down to the sensible 23 on the UK ping, which makes sense.
Dead's down to 140 now, and it's slowly decreasing, it appears. Looks like both teams are just happy to sit still. Which NSF doesn't really have the luxury of doing that right now with their player count. Hatsuna sticking... I'm not quite sure why Hatsuna is sticking to the M41 variant. I don't know if it's just a preference or... No, it's certainly not helping him right now.
Well, Producer's taken a significant bit of damage off of Hatsuna, but now it's just Lady pinned in the South Alley. Goes down to Det. That's 6-3 now. That was... I mean, NSF could have really done with that victory there. But Det's been playing remarkably aggressively, now having access to the SRS. Will he pick it though?
We'll find out in a second.
It's taken a short while to spawn, and no, he's chosen to stick with the MX, which with this current significant lead, they don't need to try anything really. They can just stick to their guns and try and just let this steadily snowball.
On a map like this, I suppose most people would be expecting SRS, hence why Stealth popped the 2 smokes right now to cover his teammates from any fire.
Well, Lady already pushed past the smokes and took significant damage off of Kentucky Fried Panda.
Lady almost getting taken out by a frag.
Hatsuna flanking quickly through the subway. Will he get behind them? He's moving up slowly now.
Honestly, it's a very...
The M41 silence, which he's forcing himself into a close range encounter by doing this. And this might be the wrong weapon to do that.
Might. We'll find out in a second, I suppose. Stealth is pushing up. He's going up to the balcony right now, which might give him... Oh, Lady is coming to back up Hatsuna. Panda's moving in.
Yeah. That was... It was a shame
Lady
Kentucky Fried Panda died then, because that was really well anticipated then to move back at that point.
Producer and Det moving to cover the subway now, leaving the main street wide open. Det tossing in a frag, probably hoping to catch somebody out. No go.
Yeah.
NSF is backing up into the alley.
Yeah, they're falling back now. They have the player advantage.
I think... Do they still have balcony? Stealth is in balcony.
Yeah,
probably
somebody come up onto it though. Yeah, I think he's going to try and wait this out.
Nice. So, Producer's the only one left at Porn Shop, and he's moving up northeast.
Yep.
Now, if Producer were to move into South Alley at all, they could easily jump out of the balcony, grab the ghost, and go for a cap, which might give them a very good lead. Or, not a lead, but it would give them some help in terms of points.
Yeah, right
Although
now.
at this point, Producer taking out Stealth
Lady
and
could
Hatsuna.
really go for a ghost cap right here. Like, will Stealth pick up on that and, as team captain, issue that order? Grenade goes out. Not catching Producers, falling back into the garage outside of South Alley. Forcing a tie at this point will be an advantage for Jinrai.
Yeah. Lady's pushing in. He's
Will he check the
not
corner? Will he
checking
check the
his.
corner?
Oh!
Just swings
That's
round.
Twitch fire.
Just. That was close. 3 HP. Swings around the corner.
Despite having less HP in that encounter, he won by getting the first shot into Producer's head.
Yeah, I think it was majoritively headshots there.
It was 2 headshots and one. The final one was in the leg.
So that's a round win for the NSF team.
Just need to do that 3 more times. Kentucky. Oh dear, I forgot they have 2 assaults now. Kentucky has chosen to go with the SRS, which will allow him to lock down middle pretty well. Dead, still going with the MXS.
The smokes have countered that SRS now.
Yep.
Well placed by Stealth, one on each side of the pillars, and then using the thermal vision to see through them and get an
Producer's
advantage.
flanking Stealth, but Stealth anticipates and takes down Producer, and moves out of the way before Kentucky can possibly get a shot off.
Yeah, that was really
Stealth
well
down 20.
coordinated then by NSF.
And it appears NSF is moving through South Alley, possibly.
Yeah,
Although
both
I'm not sure they're
NSF
where.
members apart from Stealth moved up South Alley just as Stealth held down the mid by himself, and now Stealth has come up to join them. He'll just stay at the back of them two now. He won't want to put himself in any danger at this kind of HP.
Dead's pulling back, probably. Yep, anyway.
Hatsuna's taken damage, so Lady now at full HP, it's become team's best bet right now.
Yep, and Dead's keeping an eye on the roof as best as he can. His position's not too good if somebody's quick out of that vent, even if he knows they're coming, because they have more of him to hit than he does them.
Yeah, so NSF locked down South Alley in an attempt to not let anyone in, and with the intention not to leave.
Right, which it's in their favor right now because they have more players. As boring as it is to watch and to do, and as someone who does it quite often when their team's winning but everyone's low on HP, sometimes just camping it out when you have a player advantage is the best move.
Yeah, especially with these kind of stakes for the NSF. The NSF right now, they need this.
Stealth, hopefully not going to push out onto the balcony, but he's not that kind of player, so he's pulling back. Panda moving up, late grabbing the ghost, possibly just to get a. Yep, he's trying to get the locations.
Cap. Like, again, they go through north, that would have to mean that the NSF team push out, thereby losing their advantage of having an area secure. So
He could,
there's
but
movement in South Alley now.
Yeah. I think right now they're pulling back a bit so that he can't get a good beat on them. Lady is pulled back from his position over the doorway, which is pretty good. Yep, they're going for the cap, it looks like, or they're at least moving into.
Well, it's too late, with only a few seconds left.
I'm not sure if they were aware of the time.
That's NSF win. Yeah, that was kind of a missed opportunity for Jinrai then.
Yep. I mean, Stealth could have easily gone up to the balcony and gotten a kill. Lady taking down Kentucky.
Yeah, the post-round points coming through.
So Lady and Stealth are both 4 points away from achieving Lieutenant class, which would help them significantly, especially Stealth.
Kentucky Fried Panda's choosing the SRS.
SRS again.
Will Stealth get the smokes down in time? Yeah,
Answer is
smoke
yes.
down, but Lady goes
not
down.
quick enough.
Just as the smoke goes up, he would have had a bracket of seconds to make that shot. Really well played.
Producer is not rushing up the street, which is a missed opportunity because a single well-placed frag in that smoke would have taken out both remaining players.
Yeah, but a grenade has put stealth down to 30 HP. The support class being able to survive a pretty close blow from the grenade.
Yep. Producer anticipating them coming into South Alley, keeping an eye on Subway, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
Because
he might throw this grenade a little bit too soon though.
Possibly.
Or he's waiting
Even
for
if he throws it,
contact.
even if he throws it as soon as they get down there, it's very difficult for someone who's not prepared for it to get out of there. If a grenade's been tossed in the right location.
So Hatsuna refrains from going down the subway.
Stealth is moving up to balcony, which is an odd choice, but actually he does have... Oh no, he picked the ghost. If he had decided to go out, he would have been able to catch Kentucky at least a few shots from the side, because he was not cloaked and he was exposing himself to the balcony.
Grenade's heading out and not netting any kills.
Kentucky moving to the north side of their street in an attempt to cover their balcony.
Okay, so now they're going to head through subway, I think. Yeah, and Producer needs to stay in position and stay patient. But with his cloak run out, he's fully open to stealths. Thermal vision. Perfect headshot though.
Taking down
Nails
stealth. And this.
Pretty sure the first shot connected there was the headshot.
Yep.
A grenade down by Kentucky Fried Panda, not quite catching at Hatsuna, who's fallen back. Probably most wisely. But Det's already pushed up onto the balcony.
And Hatsuna was not expecting that. And win goes to Det's team. Or Producer's, rather.
Yep, that is Producer's team gone down. Yeah, Det clearly showing his capabilities of the ace of that team. With 30 to 5 points, Jinrai wins 7-5. Producer moves along another, well, once again, through the losers bracket.
Even Hatsuna agrees it's a snowball.
Yep.
There's still some pretty good resistance put up by NSF in the later rounds. Although it fluctuated, which is the main issue.
Man. That must be something.
I actually got a lot of workout today.
I could hop on. That would be okay with me.
Okay, cool. Well, our Producer heading here, the victor for this match. I'll ask Stealth, but that's another disappointing loss for Stealth. Feel kind of bad for him.
You know it.
I wish my ping wasn't so big early on. That may have helped.
Okay, so I'm gonna post an announcement when people can come back to rains and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna finish my film and maybe come back. See you guys. It was fun.
Okay. So who's in here at the moment? Did we have any players?
I didn't realize Zuni was in here.
I think Zinni and Stealth, not Stealth, Soft stuck around, but Mutant.
Yeah, they're still in here. Zuni's muted himself. Stealth not so, or Soft not so much. So Producer's coming in?
I think so.
Producer Tom entered channel.
Here he is.
Hey.
Well done. Good game. How are you feeling?
I am feeling kind of weird.
Did you not really anticipate on winning that?
No.
I mean, like, Hatsuna pointed out a snowball at the end. Like, your team, once they got their feet on the ground, the points came rolling in, especially for Det.
Yeah,
Got
he always
30
kept
points.
claiming that he's the one who's going to be carried, but it wasn't the case.
Well, I'm pretty sure he was like the ace of that team with a solid 30 to 5 points. Maybe not carrying, but definitely most valuable player for that match. And yeah, another defeat for Stealth with all kinds of trouble at the beginning of the match with Lady's ping.
Yeah, that really, I think it might have screwed him over a bit, because Lady's a pretty good player. But,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
So your next match will be against me, producer, I think. If I win my next match against Sevilla.
Oh god.
So we'll see how that goes. I asked Stealth if he wants to come into the Mumble post-match, but he doesn't seem to be replying. But yeah, this is, I guess, pub play. I don't think there's going to be much of a post-match at the moment with Stealth not replying, so I might bring the stream down to a close. And yeah, Stealth's team dissipating off the server.
That was quite something.
Are you winding down?
I am trying to. I'm trying to.
You know the best way to do that.
Whoa, look, Sally.
I think that was too much action for me for now. I'm gonna hop off because I'm supposed to watch somebody stream something anyway afterwards.
Okay, cool. I'll bring the stream down, and yeah, you'll be able to watch
Well,
this again on YouTube when it goes up.
Well, I mean, you can't ask anything now. I'll be here for another like 5 to 10 minutes.
Well,
Well,
If there's anything.
there's not much to say, really.
Oh, and there's my...
Oh, Stealth's here.
nope, it's
Yeah.
here.
It's me.
Unlucky Stealth. That's another loss and your eviction out of the tournament.
Yeah, we actually agreed with my teammates that first part of the tournament, of the match, was a disaster. Due to
Yeah.
Lady's problems with the ping. It turns out his brother left YouTube video downloading in the tray and left the call.
Oh man,
Well,
that sucks.
that was jumping
So,
up and down
he-
as well.
Where's Det situated then?
I don't know. He had like to move, and then he got like temporary internet, and apparently it's not stable at all. And so his ping was just jumping up and down constantly, and then it fixed itself back to 300.
But hell, he did all your job.
Yeah. We were saying that Det was probably the most valuable player for that match for the producers team.
I got carried so hard. Oh man.
I mean, well, I guess you all managed to hold up pretty well. But
I was more the spotting kind of person. I hold my back and I told them what to do, rather than just going out and trying to pull something off myself, because I'm better with giving orders than receiving them.
yeah.
Well, that was probably the same on my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stealth, you did pretty well with the Zero Long there.
And yeah, like, I've never seen so much Zia Long play from Det and Stealth. He played both really well with that.
Yeah.
Good to see. I mean,
Well, that was more of the surprise factor.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, most people... I mean, even though it's an ideal weapon for that map, most people don't expect it to be used.
Yeah, I mean, once
You can expect it to be used on such map.
on Engage, yeah, and I guess in pub play it makes more sense.
There's more targets on public.
Yeah,
There's not just 3 people possibly in the alleyways where you can't really do much with it.
not quite. as-
Yeah, that's the problem with ZR. Even though it has huge range, it can be easily suppressed from the other side.
Yep.
So-
That's why I was confused at Lee's continual use of the M41 variants.
Yeah. So, producer, a lot of your team reached Lieutenant pretty quickly.
Yeah.
What were your feelings on using the SRS? I know only Kentucky Fried Panda chose to use it once he'd got it.
Well, I told only one person should take it,
Right.
because the team would either expect us to take maybe 2 or maybe none to fool them, so 50-50 would have been the best way to go.
I was actually expecting you get PZ and SRS at the same time.
No. I just
So
thought
it would
going
be more reasonable.
50-50 might be the best way to go, because then it would be the most unpredictable. Because the MX has like more firepower than the PZ on that range, in my opinion, because you can spray and suppress people, but you cannot damage them if they're too far away. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
One contact with
And the MX is
PZ
like
get a-
very reliable in that case.
PZ used to get a lot of play back in the old days when it
Yeah.
happened on Engage because it was just good at holding down like entire groups of teams, and by the time you had an PZ,
here
you
on
had
the- on
2
the
people
go
with it, so you could hold down the entire main street.
That
now
wouldn't
with the
help,
amount
though.
3v3 would not help at all. There's so few players.
Damage-wise,
You can easily-
damage-wise, it wouldn't work either, because the damage of the PZ is not too good for a stray bullet or 2.
Yeah, the MX
You just
does more
don't know.
damage.
You just don't know how to use it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
in this case, the MX, the PZ, I mean, would have only been good if the ghost would have ended up in an alley close to us, so we could like just spray down the alley. But even then, it would be too risky. If we would have lost the PZ, we would have lost our point, what we relied on, and that would have been too dangerous.
Yeah, the MX
So-
is a safe option.
Yeah.
Always.
I think I actually did a mistake with MX silenced. I
By
used
choosing the
this
MX.
weapon, but not that. It's not that powerful anyway.
Yeah,
One
like you
one
may as
middle
well, as an
pillars.
assault, you may as well use a ZR silenced.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always prefer the MX silence over the standard MX.
The only thing that's really good about it is that you don't give any muzzle flash from yourself.
Yeah, but it does significantly less damage than the MX.
Yeah.
Jump, jump,
And
jump!
I don't know if the spread's worse, but it seems to be. It might just be because there's no tracer rounds.
It depends on
Another-
the playstyle I get.
Yeah, I mean,
Another thing I would like to mention is this is like the most crazy match that ever happened. A replacement player, 2 people was high ping, shit tons of pauses, people disconnecting, dead being accused of speed hacking by
Oh
the
yeah,
anti-cheat
that was so
system.
weird.
This is like I don't even know how to put this match. This match is like random. That's all I can put there.
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a mess at times. I mean, with Det's speed hack trigger, as down to we think the
One contact
Yeah,
on the go.
pause.
pause function, which is a
Since you
little shit.
flying. Yeah, Dad said it was an emergency AFK and he just threw his headset onto the keyboard, so he might have just started
Hey,
walking or something.
Behind us. Legend.
You're speaking in the wrong channel.
One was
Oops.
chasing.
I actually
Have you got?
forgot.
Yeah, you got them
Side,
rebound.
similar.
Yeah, that's.
I think
Just wait a minute.
down.
Great. But yeah, that was like the issues just made it way more interesting because I wasn't sure as I timed out if I would be out the match, and then Lady timed out, and I was like, oh wow.
the debt
Bring it
got
through.
hacking.
Can make it.
Yeah. That
Dirty
accused of hack.
hacker.
Yes, yes.
I was gonna say because
Well, I'm
It's
pretty
very-
certain by the by spectating him, you didn't see any difference. So
oh no, there was no difference.
exactly.
The pause.
Rain's gonna look into the demos as well. So
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing
Ow.
with the triggers. Like, if there's one triggered, then at that point you have
Did
to
you
look
kill
back
all
through
of
the
them?
demo and then make a decision.
yeah, but as a matter of fact, the only problem here, I timed out and I started recording my demo as I rejoined, but it started in between.
Right.
Like I don't know, it got delayed for some reason. My screen flashed in between the match, so there's a gap
Well-
in my demo.
My other teammate forgot to engage while he was disconnected.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
on the second part of the.
I guess that's just fair then. I mean, we got 4 fully valid demos, and I got the second half recorded anyway. So I guess there's enough material to look into the situation. I'm pretty sure that won't end as badly because Rain forgot it to mention as like as well. So
Cut my hand pretty deep.
Yeah, anyone cut his hand somehow.
Got it.
I went to the bathroom during one of the pauses and I went out and then I tripped a bit, smashed my hand against the door. Just a day in the life.
Okay, so
Sure.
I guess I'm gonna encourage people to get back on their reins and we can have a bit of cat a day going on. I'll make an announcement
ah, that
Once
was
it-
enough for me.
once the delays
Wait, is it-
finished on the stream.
I was expecting to lose so hard that this just kind of stirred me up way too much. Then, oh man, fuck. I was like worked up anyway, just an hour before. Anyway, like Dash wasn't there, that wasn't there. I was like, no, they're gone again, and even then it ended up one being gone. Oh man, my team's pretty disorganized. So am I. I guess it just fits my style.
How long has Det been playing? Because I seem to recall him.
Quite a long time, but only on a now and then basis recently because
Yeah,
he had
that-
tons of
that's what I
stuff
thought.
happening.
Because the name is definitely familiar to me from the old days, but I didn't know if it was just another player.
Well, since he like knew he wasn't moving, he stopped playing because he had lots of stuff happening, and then he just fell into the Dota 2 and StarCraft 2 area where he couldn't like get out fast anymore. So I had to pull him out somehow to
You had
play.
to send him to
Left one behind.
Dota and StarCraft rehab.
Yeah, to play some NT. I literally told him, if you play Dota, when I tell him to play NT on Friday instead, I gonna kick his ass. And then he just came online. No, I didn't, but he came online anyway. I'm way too nice to say things like that.
Unless
waiting
you're
for
making
the
fun
delay
of
to
me.
finish.
Camp and spawn, then you're all mean.
Oh yeah, when it comes to camping, I can get pretty naughty, but in the end, in the tournament, I don't blame people if they do it there, because points are important as hell.
Yeah, it's all about player advantage.
Even though I had a really hard time to camp because my fingers are just like not made for that. I want to move all the time, never stand still.
Yeah, I get that.
When they caught you out earlier, when you guys were camping back in spawn, and they moved in through, I think it was South Alley or North? Either one, when they were up on the roof